Hello everyone and welcome to Photoshop Tutorial 3. So the purpose of this tutorial is to work with harmonious colors while we learn about the brushes palette. So particularly the special effects brushes available in Photoshop. Okay, so I've got a color wheel open just because I wanted to refer you to harmonious colors and what that means. So, harmonious colors are just colors that are adjacent to each other on the color wheel. So, any 3 or 4 colors that are directly next to each other would be considered harmonious colors. All right, I'm going to keep this open as a bit of a reference while I work on tutorial 3. So let's get into it now. I'm just going to start by creating a new document. So file new. And same as every week, we make a print document. It's A4 and first name, last name, shoot 3 and create. Okay, so what we're going to do now is to select the brush tool from the side toolbar. Okay, so we can do that in one of 2 ways. We can come over here to the tool and click it like that, or we can use our keyboard shortcut B. Okay, so with our brush tool selected, we can see we have all sorts of options up here to control the way that brush is going to work. All right, so the point of this tutorial, as I said, was to work with harmonious colors. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go back to my color wheel. I'm going to drag and drop it to separate it from the toolbar at the top. I'm going to get my move tool and I'm just going to drop it into this document just so that I have it here as a reference. I can turn it on and off just so that I can see it. But the reason I've got it here right now is that I want to use it to sample a color. Okay, I've got an eyedropper up here, and again, the eyedropper tool, keyboard shortcut I. So if I click on that, and then if I click on any one of these colors, you can see it makes that color instantly my foreground color. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to draw some stripes onto the page in harmonious colors using 3 different brushes. So I'm going to turn off that layer because I don't want to see my color wheel. I'm going to create a new layer and I'm going to be working with this orange color. Okay, so I've got my brush tool selected and I'm just going to go up here and take a look at some options. All right, so there are all sorts of folders worth of brushes that you can choose from. I'd like you to choose 3 different brushes and to make sure that one of those brushes is a special effects brush. So let's, for example, open the dry media brushes and select any one of these. So these are brushes that might look like an oil pastel or a pencil or a piece of charcoal. Really, at this point, it's just up to you to try them and see what you like. All right, so I go over into my document. You can see by the size of my moving cursor how big that brush is. So same as previous tutorials, if you want to make that brush larger, we're just going to hit on the right bracket, or we're going to drag the slider over here. I would say you probably need your brushes to be at least 100 or even 200 pixels. Otherwise, it's going to take you a long time to fill this space. All right, so we're going to work with stripes. And I can either draw those stripes freehand, which is fine, just like I did then, but you'll see that the line itself is quite wonky. I'm going to Control Z to undo. And I'm going to start over. But what I'm going to do is to hold down the Shift key while I drag to just constrain that line to a perfect line. Okay, every time I drag a line like this, whoops, you can see what's happened there, right? Every time I start a new line, I need to click and then hold down the shift key to drag. And now I'm going to let my hands off the shift key and the mouse and start again. So I start with my mouse and then I hold down my shift key. And one more time, holding the shift key. All right, so that is one color in my document. I'm going to do another one, so I need a new layer and I'm going to choose a new harmonious color. So let me just click on my layer palette and you can see that I've used this color. I might come up here and use this reddy orange. So I'm just going to grab my eyedropper. I'm going to click on that and you'll see that my foreground color changes to that new color. All right, I'm going to hide that layer. Click on this layer because this is the layer that I want to start painting in again. I'm going to grab my brush tool and I'm going to come up here and select a different brush. Okay, so just hitting on that little arrow and let's take a look at another kind of brush I might use. So for example, there's permanent markers, textures, crayons. Let's take a look at what this permanent marker might look like. All right, so back into my document, you can see my cursor is quite small, which means my brush will be quite small. I'm just going to drag that slider to make that brush a lot bigger. All right, so I'm going to start by dragging and then I'm going to hold down the shift key and start again, hold down the shift key and start again. So I'm just going to repeat that until my page is looking full. And one more. Okay, so that's two colors in. I just need one more color, so one more layer. I'm going to turn on my color wheel so that I can sample another color here. So I'm just going to sample this red. So eyedropper, red, that selected my red for me. I'm going to turn that layer off, go back onto this layer, and I'm going to choose one more brush. So back to my brushes, back to this drop-down menu, and let's choose another brush. Why don't we choose let's see, a Conte pencil. All right, so again, I'm going to choose to make that brush larger. And then I'm going to come over into my document. And I'm just going to start, whoops. You can see there that that happened because I didn't click off both my shift key and my left mouse button. So try again. I start to drag the line and then I hold down the shift key and then I click off both keys. So try again. I start with the left mouse button and then I hold down the shift and then I let both of them go. I'll just repeat that and repeat it and repeat it again. Okay, so that is looking pretty good now. I just need to do one more thing, which is to try out a special effects brush. So one more layer and one more harmonious color. So back to my color wheel, you can see I've used these three colors. So now I'm just going to use, actually, why don't I go this way so that'll be more obvious. I'm just going to sample that yellow, turn that layer off, click back onto this layer and click back onto my brush tool. And now I'm going to go and get a special effects brush. So clicking on that little arrow and I'm going to go down to the bottom here. So special effects brushes just live in that folder there, special effects brushes. And I'm going to choose, for example, a watercolor brush. You can choose whichever brush you like, and depending on which version of Photoshop you have on your machine, you will have different special effects available to you. All right, so I'm going to come over into this document, and I just wanted to show you how the special effects brushes work, because they are a little bit different. Uh, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to click in my document, and then I'm just going to sort of hold down my left mouse key as I move. And you can see these special effects brushes are a little more freeform. They're just kind of bleeding or making their own random shape. You have really less control over them. In many ways, they're a little bit like an aerosol spray can. You know, the longer you hold down your left mouse key, the longer the color will bleed. So you can either hold that in one spot, or you can sort of click and drag, and it will create a special effect in that way. All right, so I'm fairly happy with this document now, so I'm going to flatten those layers. So over to the hamburger menu, down to flatten image, and I'm going to discard that hidden layer, yes, and I'm going to save as a JPEG. So file, save as. I'm going to go back out to my desktop, and I'm just going to make sure that that is a JPEG. Then I'm going to hit save, and like we do every week, I'm just making sure that that quality is 12 or maximum, and then I'm going to hit OK. So that's it for tutorial 3. Thanks for watching.